Good, rather. It's the worst days of my life. How about that?
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I wanted to ask you, with news of the separation, how are you holding up?
Not holding up very well. I would say the other man. Maybe I'll be an example for other men, cautionary tale. Don't neglect your wife. You see how many at the airport now, flying out, as I have for 40 or for 25 years. My wife has been third, serving the community, taping my show, having fun with friends. That's what happens, guys. Never be too busy or never have too much fun beyond your life.
Didn't Judge Mathis stand in front of everyone and promise that he would fight for his marriage no matter what? If he really meant that, then why are we still hearing rumors about him being seen with other women, acting like he was single and carefree? People are saying that Judge Mathis thought a few public apologies, some staged displays of affection, and a family man image would be enough to make Linda forgive him like she always does. The idea was that she would stay quiet, forgive, and keep the family together for appearances. But things went deeper than that. That first divorce filing wasn't just a threat. It was Linda drawing a line and letting him know that his chance for grace had run out. According to insiders, Greg didn't just make a mistake once or twice. He allegedly got into a pattern of betraying her trust, promising to change, and then going right back to the same behavior. He seemed to believe that Linda would continue to tolerate the disrespect, just to protect their public image and their finances. The tipping point came when Linda reportedly caught him with a younger woman. That's what led her to file for divorce in the first place. She only decided to call it off temporarily because Greg promised he would change. But the reality, according to what's being revealed now, was very different. Behind closed doors, Linda faced so much more: pain, betrayal, and frustration, while Greg continued to play the devoted husband in public. It seems that the image he put on for the cameras was nothing like the reality of their life together. In the end, this situation shows that appearances can be deceiving, and that the struggle behind closed doors can be far more complicated than the world ever sees.
Mathis Family Matters, and as you see on there, our influence is that black families are great families, and no, they're not filled with just inner fighting.
Now Linda has finally reached her breaking point. Her frustration didn't appear out of nowhere. There have been whispers for years that Judge Mathis was seeing other women whenever he traveled for work or spent long hours away from home, which happened a lot. For decades, Linda chose to turn a blind eye. After nearly 40 years together, she suspected that her husband wasn't always alone during those nights, but she tolerated it to keep the family intact. Unfortunately, her patience only seemed to make Judge bolder. Everything came to a head when Linda heard rumors that there could be a secret child, possibly fathered by Greg, walking around with features just like him. That was the moment she snapped. All the anger and hurt she had been holding in exploded at once. Friends say that she and Greg were constantly in a cycle of fighting, reconciling, and separating again, never truly finding peace. Meanwhile, Judge Mathis was building his public image, becoming a household name, while Linda mostly stayed at home, raising the children and managing the household. He even admitted that his success was largely possible because she kept everything running smoothly at home. Linda gave her all, believing she was supporting a husband who cared for the family. Instead, she learned he was betraying her, embarrassing her, and possibly even fathering another child while she worked tirelessly as his partner, caregiver, and manager at home. That realization cut deep. And this isn't the first time Judge Mathis has been caught in infidelity. Remember when Wendy Williams accused him of being with other women? He didn't just deny it. He went on the offensive, trying to defend himself while dragging Wendy into the drama. Everyone watching knew that an innocent person wouldn't react so aggressively unless there was something to hide. For Linda, it's not just about the public scandals or rumors. It's about years of loyalty, sacrifices, and trust being broken repeatedly. She spent decades holding everything together, only to discover that the life she thought she was building with her husband might have been a carefully constructed illusion. Now her patience is gone, and she's ready to take a stand for herself, no matter the consequences.
Now, that might not be true according to you about this woman that allegedly you slept with. You allegedly got her pregnant. Listen to this. Let me draw up the skeleton, Judge, and then you fill in the meat.
Wendy, I didn't read that part. Now you making that up.
Okay, let me
now
draw
you and WBLS about to be sued for defamation. You gonna make some stuff
Okay,
up here
Judge,
that
you
wasn't
are
even alleged.
Okay,
now, that's called
right.
defamation.
All right.
That's called defamation, Wendy.
Okay.
She did not allege that.
All right, look.
I'll tell you what she alleged. It wasn't that.
All right, you tell me what she alleged, Judge, in all of your anger.
I'm not angry.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I also got it. I didn't do it.
I also
and
got
I
it
have
from
nothing to do with it. And I don't know the woman. Never met her. Never used cocaine. Now, let's talk about fueling your stuff. You, on the other hand, have admitted to being addicted to cocaine.
Absolutely.
Secondly, you continue to show symptoms of your addiction.
Okay.
Lastly,
what
I
are those
heard that
symptoms? Tell me.
These nasal passages you keep
yes.
coughing up.
And I did Afrin.
This eternal cold that you continue to have.
Yes,
that you can't have to come to work because every other week, now you even stupid so low as to blame it on your baby, your newborn. How low can you get? That's about as low as you can get to blame your child for your cocaine addiction. And then, lastly, your bisexual activity. I'm sure your audience want to know about that. I've heard that rumor.
I'm sure my husband would love that.
Yeah. Oh, he watches? Does he watch when you do it?
Yes. Don't you know?
No, I don't know. I didn't know you were that low down. Lastly, we can continue with what I heard about all those abortions. Like 8. You had 8 abortions. That's what I heard. That's the rumor. Now you want to keep fueling that? Did you write about that in your book?
There were also rumors going around that Judge Mathis was openly spending time with Instagram models and other women in public, and Linda put up with it far longer than most people would have. In their social circle, it wasn't even a secret anymore. Everyone seemed to know what was going on, especially since wealthy and high-profile couples in Hollywood often live by different rules. Still, when Linda finally filed for divorce the first time, people knew something serious must have happened for her to take that step. It felt like the final straw had been pulled. According to online chatter, the issues Linda included in the divorce papers were damaging enough to threaten the perfect image Judge Mathis had spent decades building. The version of him that the public sees isn't just a man, it's a carefully crafted brand. That image helped carry his career, his influence, and his reputation. If that brand took a hit, whatever future he had left in the public could fall apart fast. That's why Judge Mathis suddenly appeared ready to take responsibility and put in real effort to win Linda back. And for a while it seemed to work. The couple was spotted going out together, looking united, and Judge Mathis made sure everyone knew that things were back on track at home. Soon after, Linda officially called off the divorce. Now, allegedly, and this is all alleged, Linda didn't stop the divorce just because of love. There was simply too much money, property, and shared assets involved, and she wanted to make sure she didn't walk away with less than she deserved. Over the years, Linda and Judge Mathis were said to have an understanding, like many celebrity couples do. He could step out as long as he came back home and kept things respectful. The problem was that he stopped respecting those boundaries. He began spending more time with other women than with his own wife, and that didn't sit right with Linda at all. The first divorce filing was meant to be a warning, a way to push him to clean up his behavior. Unfortunately, it didn't take long for him to fall back into old habits. Now Linda has had enough. If Judge Mathis can't focus on his family, especially now that he's retired, then there's nothing left to wait for. Many people believe this time she's serious about walking away for good. For her to finally speak up after years of staying silent says a lot. Being embarrassed over and over again by the same man cuts deep. No matter how long you've been married, Wendy Williams would have a field day with this situation. Linda seems to be saying, "I'm done pretending and I want what's mine." So now the big question is this: should Linda stay with a man who keeps wandering, or should she finally shut the door and move on for good? Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.